and a stark reminder there that we have a crucial link between the climate and the corona crises, in the sense that both are exceeding planetary boundaries and putting pressure on planetary ecosystems. And I would now like to tell our next climate story, and it is a tale of trees, and how sometimes trees can help us see the forest, as we say in English. So it is a great pleasure to welcome Herbert Waldner. He is CEO of the nonprofit for Forest, which made headlines with an art intervention that installed a Central European forest of 300 trees in an unusual venue, namely an Austrian football stadium. And now I will take the liberty, if I may, of switching into German. Herr Waldner, Sie sind Immobilieninvestor, auch Leading Partner beim Austrian World Summit. Aber Sie sind nun international bekannt.
But you are internationally well known now due to that artistic intervention, as you call it, which is an initiative which gives a voice to the trees. What can you tell us about that personal change? Well, a justified question. As a real estate developer for the last 25 years, I had not much to do with forest protection and climate protection, but 18 months ago, due to Monica at the recent summit, I could present that project. I felt all this energy here at Vienna Hofburg, and I was among those who were touched, as Arnold has put it, and more than 200,000 visitors we had in Klagenfurt football stadium in 2019 and 18. And when I then looked into the eyes of the spectators, I saw for forest. That's a unique chance of nature that touched my heart as well, and I felt that a stop was necessary. And as the federal president said, in 1 minute we consume energy of 30 football fields, but that triggers more than 1 million species being extinguished, and so it's also clear that we have to follow that movement. And I've taken up the initiative for forest, the voice for the trees. Tell us a bit more about For Forest, please. For Forest is an independent forest initiative launched by me, and together, like many organizations, we try to see more CO2 storage, more forests being planted. And Neira Lobes' book for children, she would be 107 years old today, and every adult should read that. The book was Das Städtchen drumherum, the little town around. And in Das Städtchen drumherum, they speak about the coexistence and living together of human beings, animals and nature, as the federal president has said it here today as well. And this is among our wishes in our initiative. We will implement this in reality. And is there a follow-on project already? Do you have a plan for that? Yes, there is a next project. Neira Lobes' book, The Little City Roundabout or Around, will be put in reality. The trees which were in the Klagenfurt Stadium, and some of them are still here, will be used for that, because we see how good the forest is for us, and we want to build das Dorf der Zukunft, the village of the future. We do have the technology, as Arne has put it, we have the knowledge, and we also have the financial power. All these elements can and will interact so that humans, animals and nature will make it. And I'm very proud and grateful to you, dear Monica, that I'm a leading partner to the AWS. We shouldn't only speak, we should walk the talk, and I'm burning for that. And forest should never burn again. Thank you very much for these wonderful trees, and all the best for your next project. Thank you very much.
Let me come back to that nexus that was mentioned by Jane Goodall and by Monica at the outset of the summit, namely the link between planetary health and human health. We asked the World Health Organization's Director of Public Health and Environment to talk to us about that nexus. And I put it to her that she had just recently written an article saying that the destruction of nature is a cause of the coronavirus. So I asked her whether that means she was hardly surprised by the pandemic.
It was a question of time. We have been destroying nature and our ecosystems. We have been doing deforestation, intensive polluting agricultural practices. We had a very unsafe consumption and management of wildlife animals. We are increasing the risk of infectious diseases. By the way, most of them are coming from wild animals, and this is the case for the 60% of previous infectious agents and previous pandemics like Ebola or Zika or HIV/AIDS are coming from animals that jump to humans. So with all of that, of course, it was a question of time. If you add the perfect conditions that our cities are giving us, because we live on very polluted cities, plus with a very high population density, here we are. We have all the elements for any infection agent to have the perfect conditions to spread, to reproduce, and to make us very, very vulnerable.
And what exactly needs to change then? What needs to be our absolute top priority?
Thank you very much.
What do we need to change?
For
just
doing
a few
this
things.
interview with us. Thank you very much.
What do we need to change?
For
looks like we have a bit of a technical difficulty there. Let me find out if we can get Maria Neira's. Here she comes.
What do we need to change? Well, just a few things. Since I am a doctor, let me give you 6 prescriptions. First one, change the relationship we have at the moment with nature, with the ecosystems. We are destroying it. This is not good for our health. This is not good for humans. Second, we need to provide basic services to our citizens, and I'm talking particularly about access to safe water and sanitation. Third, we need to do this healthy energy transition. We need to stop using fossil fuels. We need to move to a renewable, modern, clean source of energy. This is killing us. The burning of fossil fuels is killing us, and this has to stop. Then we need to look at the way we produce and we consume and the way we manage the waste of our food. That has to be changed completely and make it more sustainable. Our cities will be number 5. We are living at the moment in very polluted cities. We need to plan our cities for citizens, for preventing diseases and promoting health. This is critically important. And number 6, and this is an incredible request that I am asking you in the name of everyone who is talking on global health, stop giving subsidies to fossil fuels. Stop giving 400 billion to fossil fuel subsidies and start to invest that money in things that will not kill us. This is killing us, and this has to stop right now.
The World Health Organization's Maria Neira, thank you so much.
Hit the nail on the head. I just love it, because the fact of the matter is, as she said, we're supporting fossil fuels, and as long as we do that, we're not going to make much changes. So we should support more green technologies and green energy. And on top of it, I love this woman because she's one of the very few that talks always about the health aspect, which means that she talks about the amount of people that are dying because of pollution, because so many times people talk about global climate change and people don't know what that really means. But if you talk about pollution like she does, and you talk about how many people are dying and suffering because of cancer and heart diseases and all of those kind of things because of pollution, then the people connect the problem there. So she's fantastic. I love it.
Greetings from Costa Rica. I wish I could have been there to express my support for the event co-organized by President van der Bellen, Chancellor Kurz, and Minister Schwarzenegger. Costa Rica's contribution to climate action is reflected in our long-standing development of one simple yet powerful nature-based solution: the preservation and conservation of high-quality land and marine ecosystems. Let nature be. Let it guide our efforts to build forward better. Thank you.